All right, flip it. Let's do the flip side. All right, Golden State. If Golden State wins, how much does this mean for the franchise and the players?
I mean, I think it's legacy now. I mean, I think for them it means a place in history. Like, you gotta look at this. So would this be their fourth? You know what I'm saying? A lot of players will hope that. I mean, this will be what Curry,
If
Steph,
they
and
win,
Draymond's fourth.
it'll be
Yeah,
to have 4 championships.
right.
You're
They have
talking
4.
about
Like, yeah, you talking about
Shaq,
now. You're up there. You're up there in the greats.
LeBron, Shaq.
Yeah.
You know, Kobe got more than 4. Kareem, Magic. Yeah, you talking. Yeah, you're on a different level.
Yeah, now you want to different,
About
especially
4
you talking about
championships.
stars. I mean, you talking about stars. You ain't talking about role players. You talking about stars now winning 4
Yeah.
championships. Like you've won 4 championships and you played at a high level. It's not like
Yeah.
you went and was a role player just playing and
Yeah.
helping. Like you were mainstays on. And then what it means is they got drafted. So it's now you've worked together to build your game. And look at it now. They won a championship without KD.
Woo, I knew you was gonna say it.
KD came. Hold up.
it.
KD came. They won 2 championships. But to win this one now, after KD left and going through what they went through with Clay being out for what, a year and a half, and to come back and win the chip.
Draymond was out too. Yeah, they had a lot of injuries.
Yeah, it puts them. I think it puts them on a definite plateau in the history of this league, in the history of the NBA.
Yeah.
Like I honestly, I could understand people's points against them being a dynasty, but also I could argue also to them being a dynasty. And my argument would be is how they've built that team from the ground up and where they started at. Like they were terrible. Like they were terrible. Like it was bad. Before they got Clay and Steph, it wasn't like that was a cash cow organization. You know what I'm saying? Like when they drafted and then they questioned, it was people who was upset when they got Steph. They still wanted Monte Ellis. People still cool with Monte Ellis.
That's when they had Monte Ellis
and Baron Davis and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Craig, what you think, man?
As far as the organization, like this would be 7 titles for them. So they'll put them in 3rd right now, to tie with Chicago. But I mean, just for this group of guys that's on this team, obviously, like Mo said, that'll be 4th, or that'll be their 4th. So you're already talking about people saying, where does this put Steph? Is he a top 10 player now?
Already, golly, man.
If he wins this title, wins Finals MVP, is he a top 10 player or what? Or is he higher? And then they're talking about is he higher than KD or is he not higher than KD on this list or whatever it is. So there's that talk. And obviously, you know, Steph's legacy is going to be impacted whether he wins or not. I don't think it really takes away from his legacy. I think it just, if he does win, it's going to just strengthen it. If he doesn't win, I don't think it impacts it at all.
No,
I mean, he doesn't have a Finals MVP, which a lot of people keep saying he needs, or he should have got in the first championship that they got. He could have got over top of Iggy, but he didn't get it, regardless of what happened. And then 2006 or 2016, 2019. I'm sorry. He should have been MVP if they had won. Like his stats were. I mean, but obviously they. It's
hard coming over injuries to Clay and KD.
Clay game 6 got hurt, and then KD came back in game 6 and got hurt. Played a little. So I mean, I just think just for this franchise, for Steve Kerr getting another title for him, and then guys like obviously Clay and Dre who've been there since day one, winning championships with this team. It's going to be huge for them, huge for the city. I do think they are a dynasty. I don't think some people say you have to win 3 in a row to be a dynasty, and I don't really agree with that because the Patriots never won 3 in a row, but I consider them a dynasty, and a lot of people do. But that's a whole nother conversation. But I do think that this will be kind of. I think if I want to rank the championships, I probably would put this one if they can pull it off as 1. I think this is the toughest team that they will probably have faced, especially on the defensive side. I know LeBron James and Kyrie and when they had Kevin Love, Like that was a tough team as well. So maybe that team, when they lost in the finals that year, could have been better. But this is a different group of players. Obviously,
They
Clay,
lost.
Steph,
Yeah.
Clay, Steph, and Dre, they're older, so it's not like, you know. And Steph and Clay is still trying to get back to 2018 Clay. So, you know, he's there. Everybody's trying to just work back into the whole routine of everything, and that, and then just overcoming everything that they've overcome as far as injuries and stuff like that go. I think they had an easier path to get here because of the first round. Denver didn't have their two of the top 3 players. Then you had John Morant get hurt in the second round. Then last round you had an inexperienced team who, I mean,
he needed help. Dallas needed help.
But Dallas is still like a player or two away from making it to the finals. So I mean, they had an easier path to get here, but I'm not taking anything away from what they've accomplished, and it'll just be a big legacy booster for Steph, mostly Steph.
Yeah, I think that both of you are right. Y'all made some good points. When I was thinking about this question, man, I just go back and you got, man, 6 finals in 8 years. Whether they win or not is cement history, right? I mean, that's listen. We all know NBA is done in stretches. The Lakers did it. Spurs did it. Right? The Bulls did it. The Heat did it. Right? The Golden State Warriors did it. Where she stretches and it's just a good team, and they always find themselves there. And I do like that about the NBA. And I think, man, it'll mean if they could pull this off, it'll mean a lot. I'm not a big person like just like Craig said. That's all I hear. How much does a Finals MVP, Steph? The man would have 4 rings. 4 rings. He's already considered the best 3-point shooter ever. And they're not done, right? But it's gonna be tough next year. It's gonna be real tough. Like I said, the West you're gonna still have Phoenix. Dallas is probably gonna reload. Memphis is gonna be there. Denver's gonna be there. The Clippers are gonna be there. The Lakers are gonna be there. So it's gonna be a different landscape. So I'm not gonna say they might not go back, but they might not. You know, everybody's getting older, and I think, man, 4 championships with those players would mean a lot. You know, it's Steph legacy cemented. You know, Manny, made the show. So Craig knows Manny. We were going back and forth on IG, and I was like, "Yo, is Steph? You know, where does he rank?" He's like, "Yeah, man, Steph is right behind Magic." So wait a minute, forget about Isaiah Thomas. So, but he's younger than me. So, I mean, I think Steph is going to be,
I'll take him over Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah, see, that's if he wins. I think Steph's legacy is cemented. He's changed the game. Kids are going into the gym, shooting deep threes. That's the impact of the game you want. You want an impact of the game where people are growing up looking up to you, wanting to be you. It was Jordan, right? For guys, big guys, it was probably Shaq. Kobe, Kobe was a lot of people's favorite. Steph Curry's a lot of people's favorites. LeBron, kids are coming up being like, yo, I'm trying to be like LeBron. So that's that impact on the game alone is phenomenal and great. And a lot of and that's giving back to the game at the highest degree, I think. And that's pushing it forward. And not a lot of players can say that.